What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zach. Some people call me Rip. This is where I talk all things business credit, personal credit, and of course travel and travel hacking and plenty of other things that I just like talking about. So hopefully you appreciate it. I'm here to provide you value, but today we are going to be talking about business lines of credit. I want to talk about what they are, just so you understand what a line of credit is, a business line of credit is, how they work, why they can be an extremely powerful tool for your business. And if you're an entrepreneur, you're a small business owner, or looking to be one soon, understanding how to use a business line of credit and how they can be game changers for you and your business is just good to know, because they are pretty much like gunpowder in a way, and we will talk about it. So let's talk about what a business line of credit is in the first place. First of all, a business line of credit is like a flexible loan for your business, except you actually don't have to take out loan terms. You don't have to sign up for a 96-month loan term at 8% interest. It's actually a line of credit that you can draw from really at any point that you want for specific types of reasons. Let's say you have, first of all, think of it as somewhat of a financial safety net that allows you to borrow money up to a certain limit. That would be the business credit or business line of credit limit. And when you need it, at that point, once you use some of that money, you don't have to use all of it, but once you use some of it, let's say you have a $50,000 line of credit and you use $10,000 of it, there will be interest attached to that $10,000 that you use. But that's what's great. Interest is only attached to what you end up using. So after you pay it back, then you can still borrow it again at the total amount, as long as you stay within your limit. And at times, if you continue to use it and pay it back, you can get increases on that business line of credit, just like you would be able to get on normal, business credit cards or credit cards in general. So in this case, for example, you could have a $50,000 line of credit. You can draw from that $50,000 line of credit for any specific reason that you need to. And we're going to talk about those reasons. And that will have, a certain amount of interest attached to it. That's typically anywhere from 8% up to 20%, depending on the bank, depending on the terms of what you agree with, depending on your credit report, which I talk about a ton on this channel. But it's good because you can draw from it and you don't really ever have to use it. It can just sit there and you don't really ever have to use it unless certain things come up that you want to be able to utilize it for. So let's talk about those certain scenarios. Let's talk about what you can use it for. In terms of that, it can be cash flow gaps in your business. If you're a small business owner or retail business owner, or maybe even you're in e-commerce, and it is good for you to end up paying your suppliers up front. And maybe you have a net 30, net 60, net 90 type of term, or maybe it takes 30, 60 days for you to receive that type of profit back to then pay it off. You can use the line of credit instead of dipping in your cash flow or your savings or the money that you're paying your employees with to then purchase inventory or purchase product up front and then be able to pay it back within that 30 to 60 days after that product has been sold for a profit. So that is another way that you can use business lines of credit. It allows you to keep your operations smooth and running without stress, without dipping into certain buckets of the business. Now, there's other things such as unexpected expenses within the business. Maybe you're a contractor or you're in fix and flip in real estate. There's scenarios where maybe equipment that you're using ends up breaking down and you're not going to be able to finish the project if you cannot fix that equipment fast. You might dip into that line of credit to be able to fix that equipment, so then you can make the money and the profit on the project that you can continue doing rather than waiting it out or dipping into savings again. Unexpected expenses, certain things come up. During COVID, people dipped into their business lines of credit to end up paying employees and keep them on staff before PPP loans or certain loans came through. There's other ways where you can seize opportunities. Third option, seizing opportunities. Having cash flow on hand or having lines of credit on hand to be able to take advantage of certain opportunities or deals that are available. So maybe there's an amazing bulk deal to buy something up front and you're getting a way better deal, but you don't want to dip into the savings again. You don't want to dip into other buckets of the business. Now, having that line of credit to be able to utilize where you're getting a really good deal, the turnaround time, that's going to be a great way to utilize the business line of credit. is to be able to take advantage of opportunities where maybe you don't have the cash flow at the time, maybe you don't want to dip into the other buckets, that you can take advantage of it. So having multiple different lines of business lines of credit, 50,000 here, 75 there, 50,000 here, are going to be really good. Now, what you want to look for when it comes to business lines of credit is sometimes, depending on the bank, which I'm going to make a video about this, sometimes they will put a UCC filing on your credit report or on your business, which can then hinder you possibly getting other lending options or other business lines of credit from other banks. If you hit a certain threshold, of course. So if you're below that threshold, they won't put UCC filings. It really depends. Each bank is different, right? All the banking rules are different, which is why I'm here to provide you value on these different things that you can utilize. So that is just something to think about when you are applying to business lines of credit. What is the highest amount that I can get without getting anything on my business, without getting UCC filings? Can I have multiple business lines of credit between 50 and 100K at multiple different banks that I can utilize if I need to? Really, it's just extra gunpowder because there is not interest attached to it like there is for a loan. So really, the benefits of a business line of credit is the flexibility. The line of credit is super flexible. You can use it for whatever your business wants or needs, unlike other loans that are specifically attached to one purpose or attached to interest rates for multiple amount of months, longer periods of terms. The other thing is there's going to be interest savings. You only have to pay interest on what you end up using. So if you have 50K and you only spend 10K, you're only paying interest on what you end up using. Those interest terms are usually pretty decent, pretty good, depending on your credit report and your cash flow, as well as your relationship with that bank, right? What terms you end up agree with. But if you don't touch that credit line, you don't have to pay anything. So it's that extra gunpowder. It's just sitting there for you to utilize if there are some good opportunities that come about. Outside of that, it's going to help you build your credit. So if you continue to use your line of credit and you pay it back and you continue to use it responsibly, it's actually going to help you build your business credit, which will help you increase your credit lines and your business lines of credit, just like, having a relationship with any bank or any card would do. So that is what the business line of credit is. Hopefully that explains some of the uses, some of the breakdowns of how you can utilize it and why it can be a great financial asset to your business. So whether you're looking to manage cash flow, cover unexpected costs, take advantage of opportunities to grow the business and build a business, it allows you that flexibility and the security to be able to keep the business moving forward. So as always, I appreciate you guys being on the channel. Drop down below. First of all, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't, and then comment down below your experience with certain banks, certain institutions when it comes to business lines of credit. Drop the data points down below. If you haven't, join the free school community and drop data points in there, right? We really like to be able to interact and connect with one another, learn what other people are doing out in the field. That's what I'm doing. I want to provide value through these videos and then help others provide value to those who are looking to grow and scale their business as well. Again, appreciate you guys being here. Hit like, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.